everyone! I'm really excited to be sharing my June plan with me video with you today. If you haven't already seen my setup video, I suggest you check that out as well, just because I've got a little bit more detail in that video. But this is just going to be how I set up my bullet journal for June. So you'll see that the first thing that I did was go through and outline everything in pencil. I'm really bad with spacing things out and also making a lot of mistakes. So I wanted to go through and outline everything in pencil first and then go over it with pen, just so that I knew that it was gonna all be in the right spot and there were gonna be less mistakes than I normally make. So on this page, I just kind of put all of the stats for May. So things that worked, the different things that my habit trackers told me and my expense trackers told me. And then I also put on this page the things that I wanted to add for my June spreads and also the things that I accomplished this month. And the reason that I added this page was that I wanted a place where I could go to see all of the things that I had done during the month of May without having to flip back through all the spreads. This is a really great way for me to track my accomplishments and also a cool little decorating space as well. I didn't do a ton on this page, but I really like how it turned out. My theme this month is a lot of blues and green, and especially for June, I wanted something naturey in this spread. This next page is just my little title page for June. I decided to go with kind of a green leafy theme this month. So that's kind of what you're gonna see as far as the design of my June spreads. I didn't do a lot of my decorating in the video. If you want to see more of the decorating I did on these spreads, you can head over to my Instagram, Leia Likes Design. I'll put a link to that in the end of the video, and you can kind of see how I spiced up these spreads. But this is just the basic layout, and then on the other page I made a calendar of the whole month of June, just so that I'm able to keep track of larger picture things on this spread. As you can see here, I made a little bit of a mistake at the top trying to label the days of the week, so I just covered it in washi tape. Washi tape has been a lifesaver, and so have stickers. For any mistakes that I make in my bullet journal, I can just quickly cover them. Problem solved. The next page is my expense tracker. I carried this over from last month. I really liked it. It helped me, again, keep track of my expenses for the month, which is something that I really wanted to be able to see. So I kept that spread, and that's also on that page with all of the stats for May as well. This next page is my habit tracker for June. It's a little bit different than my habit tracker from last month. I wanted to try a different layout because the one that I had in the previous month was great, but it wasn't serving me as well as I wanted to, and I wanted to also add more things. So I was able to add that. In the video, you can see me using a white gel pen. I use that when I make mistakes. It's been a savior for me, so I highly recommend getting one if you're like me and your lines sometimes go a little too long or you number things wrong, which I often do. I would highly recommend getting one of those. It has been life-changing. This next page is my June overview. This is carried over from last month. I really liked the way that I was able to keep track of my media and also my personal stuff kind of at a glance, and then I also added a section to keep track of how much time I was working and the things on the side, which are like the holidays and goals and things like that. So I really liked the way this spread worked last month, so I kept it for this month. This next spread is my weekly spread. I wanted a little bit more room in my weekly spread than I had in my spreads from last month, so I chose a new layout, and I decided to give each day, again, a little bit more space and then also carry over some of the things from last month. So I kept my to-dos, I kept my kind of home to-dos, meals, and goals. And then I added a new notes section. So I'm really excited to try that out and see how that works. And I only did 1 week just because I figured you guys wouldn't want to watch me do the same thing for each week. I like to keep them all the same because it means I can sit down and do it all in one sitting. I wanted to try that this month, and so I didn't want you guys to have to watch me to do that. So I only did 1 weekly, and I'm going to do 1 daily. This is how I set up my daily logs. Again, I wanted more space because I needed more places to put the things that I needed to get done. As you can see, I use my white gel pen a lot on this spread because I was not smart and did not check the dates before I did it. So I went through with that gel pen and fixed it, thank goodness. And then you can see the pages where I'm gonna add those other dailies. Thank you so much for watching. If you're curious about how to set up a bullet journal, if you've never done it before, you can head over to my channel and watch my bullet journal setup video for 2017. And if you'd like to see the decoration that I added to these spreads, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Leah Likes Design. Thanks for watching.